Right, today we took a loss, so I'm going to go through it with you. So basically, here's what happened. We mark out our zones. I send them all in the Discord, so we can get the Discord up. And basically, how I trade the Nasdaq, I get the low zone, I get the high zone. Basically, I trade 5-minute reactions off it. However, I wasn't that fortunate today. So if we jump to the 30-minute, we can see exactly what we're looking for. Right. If it reaches the top, we're waiting for a 5-minute engulfing to go down. If we don't get that 5-minute engulfing and break above, we're waiting for a retest 5-minute engulfing candle to take us upwards. Same if price were to open down here, we wait for a tap into the bottom of the zone, wait for a 5-minute engulfing reaction, and take price all the way to the top of the zone or to a support and resistance level. Same if it were to break down to the bottom of the zone, we'd wait for a break, retest, and then take it down to further US lows or some US highs or some major zones of support and resistance on the 30-minute. If you're looking at the screen and wondering what the hell is going on, blue marks out US session, black marks out London and Asia session. I only care about them sessions making support and resistance zones. However, when I'm trading US session, I will use previous US highs, previous US lows to find targets and to find zones where I can get entries from. So we can see US has opened here, and I will just draw this zone on a bit more accurately. I draw my zones from the tops of the bodies to the tops of the wicks, and if we're on the downside, I fill it from the bottom of the bodies to the bottom of the wicks as well. So if we jump to the 5-minute, what exactly happened? How did it go wrong? So we got our tap in and we got our 5-minute engulfing. So as per usual, we would take our entry, and this is a prime example of, even if you follow your plan completely, you can follow your rules, it can still go wrong. So when we use our stops, if you've watched my videos before, we put it above the bodies, above the wicks, and above the zone. What else do I do? For this, I would target the very bottom. But if you go on the flip side, you can then find some support and resistance levels, basically levels where price is tapped into multiple times. You can probably already see it on the chart right now. Let's just go, we got one here. And we also have one down here. And then it's pretty sort of clean sailing after that. So this is what we'd target. We'd have some rules in place. So let's say this is where the price, this is where price is. We could target here and be like, if price hits here, I want to move to break even. I want to take some profits out of the market. I just want to take all my profits out of the market. It's up to you to decide what you want to do when it comes to that. With your second take profit, take more profit out of the market, move further into profit. So move your break even maybe from break even to then into 1%. So if the trade reverses, you've made 1% on the trade. And then we'll just, for the sake of it, put our target all the way down here. So if we play price on, what exactly happened? We got a push down, a tap back in, and a tap back in. So if we play the some price out now, we will follow the trade. So price came all the way down and formed this sort of structure. This was my key to move my stop. We've pushed into profit. We've created a 5-minute structure point. Therefore, I'm seeing this and I'm like, okay, where can I move my stop? It's not going to be at break even because break even wouldn't make sense. So what I'm going to do, if I just move this over here, I just move it above these wicks, because then I can say, well, if we do come above these wicks, the likely chance is that, yes, I've increased the risk of price coming back and stopping me out because I've reduced my stop loss. So I've increased the risk, but reduced the amount I'm losing. So in a sense, it does work out. So what we've done here, we've moved it, price is played on, so we minimize our loss and then we get wicked out to the zone, which is fair enough. A lot of the time price will come back into the zone But if we just play price along for you, and keep in mind this is the 5-minute time frame, so all this, I don't even know how much time that adds up to. I'm not going to spend the time doing it, but you can see we just entered a big zone of consolidation. So where my stops were before, we either would have got stopped out or would have been taken out by the spreads anyway, and price just reversed anyway to the upside. However, if we do play price along here, a lot of you could say, oh, well, you got caught out in a liquidity sweep, but you can see how these zones react in certain ways. So we came all the way down, tapped in, pushed back up, and then we came to tap in again. So it had a major reaction off the bottom of the zone, and this is why we can target it. It's just we didn't get the entry quite right on there. So we followed our plan, we followed our rules. However, unfortunately, today it just didn't go our way. Another day, we'll take this exact same setup and it'll just be super clean. But another day, it will be like this as well. So it's really just sort of, you just keep going. You just keep going, you keep taking trades, and you keep following your plan, and don't divert the plan. Don't see a loss like this and be like, right, let me change my strategy because this isn't working. You just continue on to the next trade. So I hope this helped. I will show you the evidence. I lost a dear $16 today, guys. Let me just screenshot this and move it in real quick. So we lost 16. I don't know how well you can see it, but we lost $16. It's not the end of the world, isn't it? But yeah, that's what happened today, and we're going to move